why. Okay? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them, it's when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It will totally mean the world to me. Alright, so it was a song that kept playing over and over and over and over and over again. All night long in my head. That's the song. Twitch heard it because, Twitch can play music. YouTube didn't hear because YouTube be getting on my nerves. So, And I don't know if I can play the song on YouTube, maybe. But it'd be too much pushback, right? And the question that we all need an answer to is why, because that is the reading. So let's take a look. The song says, I'm not supposed to love you. I'm not supposed to do anything to cross the line this time. And maybe let's see if I can get the lyrics to it. But apparently, you might not be supposed to love somebody. Said I'm not supposed to fall in love with you. I'm not supposed to do anything to cross the line. No, not this time. So it keeps giving me some past life vibes. So we great figure it out. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Okay, so now the question is why. But why what? Is it why I'm not supposed to love you? Why is the song playing? Why does it keep being programming? Because who the fuck is programming? And if I'm the one that's programming because I'm programming me, who the fuck else is programming? Well, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Alright? And a lot of y'all might not understand, but it's Earth School, so here we are. If I'm the one that's programming, I am you and you are me. There are some attachments. I wanted to say some attachments. Some attachments that are or have been created. So when I write a letter to myself, hi Hadish, I love you. When I write it, and mind you, Hadish, you're always the first person I see, first thing in the morning. You, and you know the location, okay? So you and somebody else, but you know the location. For some reason, it keeps being the first thing I see. All signs point to, my soul tribe, my connection. But the thing is, when I say I'm talking to me, they are me. So if I'm programming, I'm programming. But it could not be me. It could be another version of me. Because I am you, you are me. And if Hadish starts to sing a song or do something or play something over and over and over and over and over again, subliminally, I'm going to hear it. Good morning, beautiful Aaron. I love you. And it's the weirdest thing because who would have knew? And a lot of y'all still don't know. Y'all probably like, this bitch is, but I can prove it. Like, literally, it's happening. It's the weirdest thing. And the reason why I can prove it is because there's people that are connected to me. I can wake up and say, what were you hearing? And mind you, we were hearing the same thing that day. But this day, I'm hearing that, and they're hearing something else. And they said, why are you hearing that? Who's sending that? Somebody that don't want me to love you, period. I mean, but the promise was already made. I already said it to the person. I don't care where you are. I don't care who you're with. I'm always going to send you the energy that's going to fix you, because I am you, you are me. But I'm not going to deal with those people shit. So whoever it is this person ends up with, or whether or not they stay here till the end of time, I'm always going to send them energy, because I have to fix me. And they're me, apparently. Why? How did that happen? I don't know. And at this point, I'm beyond trying to figure it the fuck out, because all I know is I was just asking some questions, you know, a couple minutes ago, or maybe last night before I went to sleep. And then I wake up to another version of me giving the answer. Because what I was saying was, why does it have to be made so hard? I'm not used to that. But apparently I done slid into somebody's energy, or I done slid into a different fucking parallel universe, that now all of a sudden you gotta push a little bit harder. But see, to me, if I gotta push that hard, it would mean that the universe is telling me no. But somehow shit is crisscross reverse, you know, crisscross applesauce, which would mean for you to sit down and meditate. And, you know, it's the kids version. It's sitting Indian style. And the other thing is, now there's another thing that's happening. Every time I go outside, it's raining. And I'm saying, why is that happening? Because that don't make sense. And who can call on rain at the drop of a hat? Well, the funny part is that the person is saying, it's you doing it. Because literally, if you're saying you're going to, because every time I go up the north, literally it rains. And I kept saying it was the weirdest phenomenon. Let me see what this says. All right, it says find the lesson. See what I'm saying? Because for some reason they kept wanting to fall out. So thank God I looked at it, because, you know, I could have missed it. And this could be the reason why we keep missing shit. Because shit just fell out, like, you know what I'm saying, here, look at me. And I picked it up because I only split the deck. And I was supposed to look at it. So if I'm supposed to look at that, then I'm also supposed to look at this. And it keeps being a thing. How many times last night did y'all see this card come out? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. So messages for a rabbit. It says messages. So that means there was more than one message. Mind you, I just told them silly rabbit, tricks are for kids, bitch. But, you know, and then somebody told me stop provoking y'all, you know, the other ones of us. But how could I not? Because if you stupid, then you stupid. This is what happens when you touch shit. Or, you know, I keep saying, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And she said, stop calling them little boy. Well, it is a little boy. And until it changes, it's going to always be a fucking little boy to me. Because men do things in accordance with men. Little boys, and I don't give a fuck how you say it or do it, the action is the action. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So I get the provoking part, you know what I'm saying? But, bitch, it's a duck. Stop being a duck. So it's not me. The accountability goes to the fucking duck. Stop being a duck. Or stop ducking the situation. Because somebody got to really, truly stand 10 toes down and figure out, why the fuck is that happening? Because for me, I damn sure got to figure out why it's happening. Because I don't like it, and I'm not going to deal with it. Because I don't deal with bullshit. And I ain't going to play with other people's kids, because I got kids. Damn near the same age as this little boy. Which is the reason why I be calling people little boy. Stop playing with me. Anyway, messages for a rabbit. There was more messages than one. I only gave y'all one. Because I said silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Stop doing the shit. And mind you, at this point in time, when I wake up today, I say, the reason why it's so much push back and pull is because this person keeps putting their hand in it. This person keeps putting their hand in it. And this person keeps putting their hand in it because this person's tied to this person and this person's tied to this person. And everybody wants what they want. But everybody needs to shut the hell up and stop. Put your hands up. Back your ass the fuck out. And let the cards fall where they may. Because I get how determination plays a key in it. But in my life, what keeps me safe, how can I help you? Yes. Except for the fact that, well, I'll talk to you about it in a minute. But yes. Determination, and it is ambition. They're going to love me for my ambition because I'm ambitious, right? And again, the version of me that I know that I am, I keep safe by following the rules. The rules are, if it takes too much, don't fucking do it. Leave it alone. Because why you got to push that hard? The doors will open, or the doors are open, because that's the way it's designed. If the door is closed, you might be walking your ass into a trap, or you might be walking your ass into some shit that you're not even ready for. So sometimes you have to just understand that determination is great, but pushing on doors that don't belong to you, or pushing on doors that wasn't, open, accessible to you, gets us the shit that we're in now. So last night, I'm outside. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be outside after dark. Didn't know that because, but I also knew that. It's been one of the rules. But it was always an unspoken rule because, again, I can go back 8, 9, 10 years and a person says, you don't belong outside after dark. I was literally in a relationship with somebody who said that. Because when I called and they said, what are you doing? Oh, I was heading home. Well, what are you doing outside right now? You don't belong outside. But it's been a continuous thing. Okay, so maybe that might be the safety. The other day I posted a picture, I was outside after dark. So all of a sudden now everybody's in attack mode because you don't belong outside after dark. Why are you outside after dark? Well, I start talking to the universe because universe, the people that we're supposed to send, or the people that you claim we're supposed to send, are not showing up. I gotta do this, 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 and this. And the universe saying, no, the hell you don't. Because of the fact that I'm making it so you're supposed to do this to be taken care of. You're not supposed to be doing this type of stuff. Okay, well, universe, you see that the assignment that was given is not being completed. So if they're not doing it and I have to do it, but you don't have to do it, the test ain't yours. The test is theirs. Okay, well, it's not getting done properly. So the universe now, because I start talking to the universe on y'all ass, like real quick. Because I know that in my life, this is supposed to happen, this is supposed to happen, this is supposed to happen. This is the way that it's supposed to happen. It's been keeping me safe. It's been keeping the elevation. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, get y'all some boundaries and put them in your pocket. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Yes, because I know I'm a good thing. Do I believe in everything that's in the Bible? No. And I don't care who asks, because guess what? Growing up in a Christian background with a Christian family, they believe nothing is outside of that Bible. Nothing. Meanwhile, if they actually look at it, they'll spot the contradictions in it because why are y'all following this and that? So it doesn't make any sense. It got to make sense to me. So, I'm not chasing after no men. And I know it's a new thing around here with the women and, we independent and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. But that's out of alignment. So for any man that thinks that a woman is supposed to chase them, I'm going to have to say you really running from a man. Because that's the way it is. So own up to the fact and just accept the fact that you like the same thing I like. So any man that thinks that a woman is supposed to go after them or chase them, You looking for a man. Let me just go ahead and, you know, put you in the right direction. What you think is happening ain't happening, okay? You like masculine energy. Because if you a chaser, that's a man. A hunter is a man. So we have to now put things into perspective. So that way, you know, we just break it down for y'all and make it make some sense. Hi, Selena. Welcome. So any man, and I'm going to repeat it, and I don't care whether or not y'all like it or not, take it up with the system, because that's the system. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So the system is now broken, okay? Because guess what? The men ain't finding the wives. The men, see what I'm saying? The system is broken. It has been corrupted by the very people that sit in high places and say, ooh, we're in charge. I can go into so many ways as to how this is happening. They wish to blame the women, always. Because guess who gets the blame? The black woman, me. I'm not taking the blame for this shit at all, period. Because, and I get where everybody tries to say it was, what the fuck is that man's name? The How to Make a Slave. That because of the black women, that, you know, the masculine, they didn't go out and fight, and, you know, the women were trying to protect the boys, and then they find out, if you really search the history of that, whatever the fuck that man name is, one, he could have potentially never even existed, because nowhere in history can they find, it's Willie Lynch. They can't find that shit. Two, they also think that it was a black person that did it. And it's always a black person undermining the black people. It keeps being a thing. Uncle Tom ass motherfucker. So I get how, and don't be mad at me, okay? I'm going to just give you the history lesson. But be mindful. It says his story. It's his story. We don't know who the fuck story it is, because guess what? All our shit is in a vault being hidden from us. To where a man from another country can pull out books and show y'all and teach y'all that, oh, this was, Jesus is black. Not, you know, a big thing we already knew. But how did they get the books? Why does everybody have the books but us? It's not making sense. It's not adding up. So, if I can now go back, because I said something about a past life. I started off that way, right? I'm not supposed to love you. It gives me past life vibes. I'm not supposed to love you because now in this lifetime, we're something different. But what if it's too late? Because I asked that question. What if it's too late? They said, it's whatever you say. Okay, well, you know, then we just gonna write it and make it make sense. Now, if I'm a writer in this lifetime, that would also mean that it comes from another lifetime as well. And I already told y'all, I done did like several different journeys, and each one of them, I know I was a scribe, which means that I would have been writing certain things, which is the reason why right now I can tell y'all that some shit that I see, every time I see it, it don't sit well with me. Because if I can now know that, oh, I wrote this back in the day, that's not what was there. So it's also a thing with me. I can hear certain tunes and certain frequencies, and it literally makes me start writing what I hear in the tune, not the words to the song. Because apparently I've already written this before. Mind y'all, the other thing that I can prove is that as I'm writing, even if I tuck it away for a later time, it already exists. Y'all know what? The pen is mightier than the sword. Where did that come from? Hold on to it. Put it in your pocket. Because if the pen is mightier than the sword, that means that I can write it and make it true. Period. I keep telling y'all, Stop believing this shit that these people are talking about. Write it for yourself. Y'all don't understand the magic that's being made right here, right now, because of this. This is it. They keep writing our story. Write your own fucking story. It's this. You want magic? Here you go. Get you a pen and a piece of paper and write your fucking future. The universe is going to autocorrect everything else that these people are doing. That's why they mad at me. Because I keep giving y'all hope. I keep giving y'all faith. I keep giving y'all that little mustard seed that you need. And what the hell did I tell y'all? I wrote it before. God responds to your faith, not your need. You may need some shit right now, but guess what? God responds to your faith. And your faith is, once I write it, I'll make it so. But I can also stop other people from putting me in their story. Because you don't get to put me in your story. If you don't come to my motherfucking face and ask me, or you don't, see me in the process, you don't get to write me in your story. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how powerful you think you are. I already wrote it, okay? So at this point, in case y'all need to see it, you are not authorized. Period. In the you means everybody. I don't care how powerful you are. I don't care how powerful you think you are, because I'm going to write that too. I don't care how powerful you think you are. Now, this is where I'm a freaking. Because you always going to have to go to God about me. Every time. Every time. And because I know who I am to God, you don't have no authority. And the answer is always going to be no. Not my baby. You can't touch her. You have no authority. She already wrote it. And I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Because what I tell you about the mind. Once I believe it, bitch, it's done. It's scientifically proven. That's it. That's all. That's my version of the story. That's it. Case closed. So you and whoever you the fuck is, because, it's like they. I don't be knowing who they is, but they always be doing some shit, right? Okay, because God don't play about me. And that's period. Okay? Period. Not authorized. So, first thing off the table. Learn to write. Now, why do y'all think that every time these people turn around, they're trying to change something about schools and writing? Because I told y'all they took out cursive writing. But mind you, think about all the things that are already written on walls and on statues and on buildings in cursive. And now your children don't know how to read cursive. When you die, that turns into hieroglyphs for your child. Why? Because apparently the future looks like a lot more of control. His story. They're getting ready to insert more of their story into the system. Your children are slaves. Just get to know that. You basically are breeding slaves. Don't be mad at me. Because what are they going to do if they can't read? But it's only a certain class of children. So there's that also. So just know that. Only a certain class of children. You're now creating more slaves for the system. Be mad, get glad, teach the kids cursive writing. Do something about the school system or pull them. And matter of fact, I can't even say that because literally, you know, some of y'all just as dumb as a box of rocks as well. But, you know, because how you going to teach something that you can't teach? So the other thing, it keeps being a thing about this food, right? Certain foods smell rancid to me. Like, what the fuck is happening? But then I pinpointed a situation. I'm saying, why does certain food smell rancid and then certain food don't? Then I started to look at where the food is being sold at. So it's a little popular restaurant running around here, right? Everybody goes there. But it's in a particular area that may not be the ideal or the perfect location for everybody, okay? So y'all know it's the hood. That's what I'm trying to say without saying it, right? It's the hood. Their food smells different than other places that I go to. And I'm saying, I can see the line out the door for this food, but why don't they smell it? Why don't they smell what I smell? Mind you, somebody else called me and they said, oh, I just put some food in my car and it smells rancid. Y'all do realize, and I'm not too far off base, they have already proven that certain foods go to certain locations. They're doing something to the food right now. And I don't know if y'all can smell it, but it smells rotten. Mind you, they frying it up, you know, putting a little sauce on it, but I can smell whatever the shit is, like it went bad. It smells like chicken that went bad, and mind you, they frying it up still, and they're putting sauce on it. Why don't the people smell it? It don't smell right. Mind you, that's not the only place that I know of. It keeps being a thing, because recently, and it happened after, you know, I had a situation and somebody tried to put me in a grave. Spiritually, I felt it because somebody's doing voodoo and a bunch of other shit. Somebody thinks they have authority to touch something that's not yours. And at some point in time, that same shit that you're doing is going to be the death of you, because it keeps going back and it's going to keep going back. Every time you keep trying to touch something that's not under your pay grade. Bitch, I'm not under none of y'all pay grade. All y'all are going to always be fucking minions to me. And again, you know, my people be saying stop provoking them, but fuck them. Because last night I'm outside and it was raining so hard, the earth was bleeding. It was weird. Mind you, I was somewhere probably, you know, that the universe would say, bitch, why are you even here? I was. And so whatever was happening last night made it look like the road was bleeding. And I'll make it make some sense to y'all. But as I called the person, they said, spiritually, you're going through something. You need to go in the house. Yeah, spiritually, I am going through something. But let me explain it to y'all how it's working. Because it ain't me, and that's what I told the person. It's not me. It's whatever the person or the people are doing. Because then the universe shows me I'm not the only one having an issue. Because literally, I like the comments. I be in the motherfucking comments always. So I can tell that if I'm having a problem, so are they. Because what you're doing, they're doing it too. I'm not used to that. So somehow I done slipped into some energy that basically, bitch, I don't like it. Because whatever y'all do on this side of town, I don't like it. Because on my side of town, doors open like they supposed to. I don't got to push them. When people cause rain and havoc, I get rainbows. It's on my page. Angels wait at my house for me when shit starts to get hectic. It's on my page. Energies, as far as animals, come ring my doorbell. It's on my page. I don't gotta lie to y'all about shit. Whatever is happening right now is not normal. It's unnatural. Stop whatever y'all are doing. Stop using the full moon and the cycles to now think that, oh, I'm powerful, so let me go fuck with somebody. Bitch, you don't got to do all that. The universe is already auto-correcting every fucking thing that has been done. Stop putting your hands in it. Please. Okay, so how does the road bleed? Because I'm in Georgia. And so what happens was when it pours down raining, the road, the dirt is eroding into the road. So it's red clay, dirt, but it literally washed over the ground like blood. So not something so supernatural, but it's something supernatural because I told y'all, I read the universe. And the universe is crying blood right now. The streets are full of blood right now. Why? Because something is happening behind the scenes. That at this point, the universe is saying the streets are filled with blood. Why? Take it how it resonates. Because guess what? Every one of y'all going to come up with your own little synopsis and scenario. But again, I'm talking to me. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm talking to me, they know who the fuck I'm talking to. It's not like a real mysterious thing. But it is a fucking mysterious thing. Because how the fuck am I talking to many different versions of me? And then one, you know, they think that they got it all above everybody else. And, you know, the arrogance of it all. I ain't even arrogant. But apparently I'm arrogant because, you know, I come in an arrogant version. So many people might say, bitch, you saying that you're not. But if you see that in that nigga, bitch, it's in you. You see what I'm saying? But mind you, again, I was asking questions. So why? Why am I being targeted by the system? Ask yourself. Because I keep giving y'all the gems and the little shit that they don't want you to know. So shut her up, because as long as she's out here saying God responds to your faith and she's giving y'all some type of hope and faith, bitch, I'm always going to be a target. But I'm not always going to be a target. So for them saying that, but I'm saying I'm not going to be a target anymore. I'm not your target. If I need to write it, I'll write it. But I'm not your target. Okay? That's it, that's all. Because if I am you and you are me, bitch, you're targeting yourself. So stop. And if I'm saying shit that you were already saying, or that you understand under the system or in between the lines, then bitch, stop. Because I'm not your target. You're targeting yourself. So stop. Point blank period. So it says messages for a rabbit. Messages for a silly rabbit. Because you a stupid hoe. Stupid, stupid, stupid hoe. And again, you know, I'll be a sucker for love ass tricks. So it could be stupid for everybody. Because if I'm calling them stupid, they probably calling me stupid. But meanwhile, back at band camp, we the same motherfucker. So stop. Just take it how it is. Back out. Mind you, I ain't do shit to anybody other than sit here, and apparently I did do shit because they said I'll be provoking. So, you know, I shouldn't be provoking me the wrath because, you know I am a wrathful ass bitch. So I'll stop provoking if they stop provoking. But I'm going to just stop provoking anyway because of the fact that because I want to do better and because I got to be the change, I'm going to just stop provoking. So I'm going to take those tools, those words out of my toolbox, okay? So I'm not going to provoke. I'm not going, you know, instigate. Because, again, I can see instigation in somebody. Meaning, bitch, you over here instigating. So I'm going to stop. This is me. Put my hands out. I'm going to back out. Because as of now, I'm seeing something that's more important than a little, back and forth between me and a minion. See, there I go. But clearly, I could be the minion because, once I say shit like that, I recognize it because I can do it. Meanwhile, I keep trying to tell y'all, Pisces can be any zodiac sign. We encompass all the zodiacs. So, there is that. And I be provoking. But then I can say, okay, I didn't do it. Bitch, you did it. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to try anyway. Because if I want it to be better, and I need the ascension to take place for everybody, because I need to raise the vibration. So I'm going to stop provoking. I'm going to try. Because it comes out so easy. Okay? So I'm going to be the vibration that I wish to see around me. Because what I'm seeing and what's happening is unnecessary. Especially when I know what type of power we hold as a collective energy. It has to be all of us. Or it's none of us. That's the thing. So all of us have to get on one accord and understand you're not my enemy. Okay? I am not your enemy. The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. But, fuck them. We talking about us. Collectively, we got to now agree. All right, you where you are. I'm where I am. And if we want something to happen, we got to do it together. Ascend. Not one is better than the other at all, period. Because if one is doing it, if you're doing it, then they're doing it too. I keep saying it. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's a real fucking thing. Whether or not we like it or not. Whatever happened, happened before. It would be the equivalent of the Egyptians died and cursed items because they knew people were going to do certain things. I keep going to King Solomon because in order to make it make sense, if the holy books contain jinn, and God gave King Solomon a ring and told him, don't destroy them, get them to help build the kingdom. That meant he had the power to get the jinn to build the kingdom. Now, when he asked for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, do you not think that a man that can control magical beings and magical entities could not tell those entities or those beings to wake us up in 2020? Because it's time. Some of y'all already started to wake up beforehand. Some of us came into this realm active. We just needed the switch, the plug. The fairy plug mother. Insert hey, but the socket. Something that activates everybody at the drop of a dime. Because I kept saying, it's like I'm hypnotized. But how could that potentially happen? Because one, they knew certain things were going to take place. But they didn't know all of the things. Because you got to remember, being from that time, it was all so simple. But now they rather make it hard. Insert technology and things of that nature. Although they had that technology. Maybe they didn't have the internet. Because the internet is doing a thing. I keep saying that since the internet has came online, there is an ancient old entity in it, attached to it. Maybe that's who created it. I don't know. At the end of the day, see it, know it, learn it. Accept it, and move the fuck on. Whatever it is going through the lines. I literally can show y'all, or I can tell y'all, and some other people were very much aware and present when the shit started weaving its way through the system. And literally, I got the message, hang up. Tell everybody to hang up. Because whatever it was doing was trying to get through the lines. And then, after everybody hung up, the phones all started ringing back to everybody all over again. I'm not making this shit up. I got witnesses. This shit happened. All the lines are being crossed up. That means all the little invisible strings is all doing this, like a ball. And it's trying to untangle itself. But literally, it's trying to figure out how to weave itself through the system to certain people. Don't ask me why. Drink your water, Pisces, okay? And ting, see what I'm saying? And ting, y'all hear it. Yeah, if somebody's saying, I hope it's some wonderful lyrics still in your, yes, because the frequency is the tone. I'm writing. Write your story. All right, so back to that. Now, if King Solomon, can't you see sometimes your love just hypnotizes me? Hi, Muhammad. Well, guess what? The words are hypnotizing too. So he's not wrong. It's a thing. So I love Muhammad, right? Never met Muhammad. That could not be his name. It could be, you know, I was going to say something wrong, but since I'm not going to do that, it could be, I'm going to say Kevin, okay? Because there's always a Kevin, all right? So it could be Kevin. Y'all know which Kevin I love. Y'all also know which Kevin I hate, all right? So suppose the Kevins, because it's a lot of Kevins all of a sudden, it's just the names. I ain't talking about nobody because I said I was going to be nice, okay? So if I give nice, hopefully I get nice. Even if I don't get nice and he slap me, he's only slapping himself. So, you know, he might be mad about that. He might want to post something about it later. But at the end of the day, Kevin, it is what it is. I said what I said. There's that. All right, but we talking to Muhammad. All right, so Muhammad is a part of the Solomon tribe or the Israelites or whatever, the Hebrew nation, whatever the hell it is, right? And he tells the jinn, wake me up in 2020. Because in 2020, they get ready to pull some bullshit. Because knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He knew the cycles, right? And in 2020 is when we need to be awake. Or 2019. See what I'm saying? Ting, it keeps being a ting. Apparently, I ain't lying to y'all. But, you know, somebody would say she's lying. But they might not have the information. Or they do have it. Take it how it resonates. Because again, they told y'all that Jesus was white, and then they said that y'all was lying about Jesus being black, and then they just told y'all that Jesus is black. You see what I'm saying? So know what you are and stand on that business. Because at the end of the day, his story or the story that you know to be true. Tap into your DNA. Put your code into the universe. Figure it out. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's what he asked for. So with that, he could gain access to everything, okay? Mind you, had a high connection with God. Because how you talking to God and God grants you shit. Because you have to have a high connection with God, right? So he asked for that. The angels come in, insert the ring, this, that, and the third. So now he's in control of the jinn. So now, but why they didn't tell y'all about jinn in church? Because I ain't never heard shit about no jinn in church other than the fact that the story of King Solomon. They don't elaborate on the story. Meanwhile, now God tells me, oh, you need to go to Islam. So you're a revert now. Mind you, they call it a revert because they said that's the natural form. If you look at the history, even Jesus prays like a Muslim. And then we ain't here for that lesson. So we're here for the other lesson. So now King Solomon says, wake us up. What you think the jinn gonna do? Figure out a way to wake us up. Now, who is sitting in the control seat? Because literally, I can program whatever it is that I'm programming. But where do the messages come from? And why is it that I'm asking questions at nighttime and then somebody else is answering them during the day when I wake up? Because I asked them questions when I went to bed. Because it must be a connection where subliminally, telepathically, we're talking to each other. which is why I kept asking y'all, what's the color? Today the color's purple. I'm going to just say it because Hadish already has purple hearts in there. Selena has purple hearts in there. Aaron has purple hearts in there. So today's a purple day. Purple is your crown chakra. That's also mental, telepathic. So regardless of whether or not y'all don't think y'all are hearing the message, y'all are hearing the message. So yesterday, Taco Tuesday. It may be a good thing because it was already situated in the system, but I was craving tacos yesterday. Ate them early in the day, didn't realize that it was Taco Tuesday, but shit, apparently them tacos was calling me. I can almost guarantee you that several people ate tacos yesterday. Not because it was Taco Tuesday, but because I was craving it, so once I was doing it, so were they. So even if they thought about it the day before, it keeps being a thing. It's in your system until you got to get it out. So you got to have the tacos. But you also have to be careful of the things that you eat because literally they're feeding you poison. So we got to know that we're being fed poison and feeding you poison. Meaning I'm literally they're consuming poison, but also mentally they're feeding you bullshit, poison. Because certain individuals and certain entities, you're not under their law. And I'm not telling nobody to buck the system and send it through. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is there are certain things that don't apply to you because of the fact that all right, so something just popped up and it's given like money that you should have that is behind the scenes and you might not know that you have this money. So it's given that. And it cannot be a lot, but either way, it's still money that shows up that's behind the scenes. So don't ask me what that's about, but there's that. So they say wake us up at a certain point in time. And now everybody's awake, but the earth is big and everybody's scattered. And then on top of that, some people might not be able to hear because it may be something about, hi, Lou Star, morning beautiful. Thank you for everything you said and do. You great. Thank you. I love you and appreciate you. Strength said be mindful. See, even Strength now checking me because yes, I have to be mindful. But I love the fact that they do that. My collective does that because again, if I am the voice sitting here and I'm saying we got to do a group ascension because that's what they said, you got to raise the vibration of the group. And I know I'm talking to Pisces, but guess what? It's so many more people that's here than Pisces, just so y'all know, because it's not just us. And again, Pisces is how the platform, got bigger. And I was doing everybody's readings at one point in time, but Pisces kept being the one that kept coming up. But then everybody kept looking at Pisces reading anyway. So as I told y'all, I mixed the energy up, and now it's all of us. Either way, it's more than people who are Pisces that this message is for. So that's why when people say, oh, can I be here? You could be here. Come on in. The gate is not closed, okay? The gate's open. But it's closed because I said it's magical. So although you can see right through it, it ain't no iron bars, none of that. But once you bring your ass in here, understand that we're under the law. Period, point blank. However you act in here, you're under the law. Because it don't matter about the people. It don't matter who you are. What matters is that you understand that God is always watching. And no matter what these people say or do, God is always watching. So you have to be of good morals and boundaries and character in order for you to be in the system, because right now the system is purging anything and anybody that is a deception and a lie to it. It's just happening. So take it how it resonates for you, but we're asking why certain things are happening. And I said first cards were find the lesson of a situation. 29, which is this year because it was a leap year. 29 is a leap year, and this is actually a leap year. So something about the time schedule and the change. Then it says discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you're learning. So whatever is taking place right now, remember I also told you that it seemed like the days are off. Now, imagine if you were back then and you knew the days and the times because you were a timekeeper. I kept asking where the fucking timekeeper's at, right? And some of y'all may believe or not believe that that's true. But where the fuck are the timekeepers at? And what happened that the time is now off? It keeps being the adjustments for me. But literally, I kept saying it was Monday. It was Monday somewhere. It was just where Aaron was. Aaron is in a different location. But why was I thinking that it was Monday? Meanwhile, back at band camp, somebody else said the same exact thing. So apparently the days are actually off. And if you want to throw off a magical ass being, guess what you do? His story, the days are off. But the thing that they can't control, but people are saying they also are controlling that, is the moon cycles. Because you know that every time the moon changes, this many days, there's a moon cycle. All right, so everybody's learning all this shit. His story. They're learning all the shit under his story. But it would come off that if back in when they were giving out encyclopedias, because Jessica just came up with a set of encyclopedias that is saying that even then the dates were off. Why don't they make encyclopedias anymore? And who was in charge of making the encyclopedias before? And where did the encyclopedias come from? Because the encyclopedias was like the internet. That was the internet. It was just in book form. All of a sudden the books are missing. Why? And as y'all know, it used to be somebody walking around neighborhood to neighborhood. If y'all can remember this as children, that might tell how old I am. But they would come to the house to sell your parents encyclopedias because they were saying that your children would benefit from having these encyclopedias. Do any of y'all have encyclopedias at y'all house? Do any of y'all have access to any of the old encyclopedias? Like, if you can hear my voice, even if you're not in the chat and you do, please say yes. Can you please come over here and say yes? Because you are now important to the system. Check your encyclopedia, Christy. And if you have all of the encyclopedias, like the whole edition, check your encyclopedias and see if what they were saying then matches now. In some cases, it don't. Because even back then, and Jessica just made note, because I think the encyclopedias that they have, what she got, came from 1956 or something. Anyway, what the guy was saying was that the shift had already taken place back then, and the dates were off already. So if he knew that the dates were off in 1956, how the fuck far off do you think they are now? It's a thing. Like, I ain't sitting in front of y'all making shit up. They keep adjusting shit to keep us asleep. But they couldn't adjust the fact that a prophecy said a change in the air. So you are out of Pisces and you are now entering to the age of Aquarius, where everything was being unraveled. It was already a prophecy. It was already foretold. But again, remember, somebody wrote that. Because they were tired of the bullshit. Now, I also said their lease is up. It's like the 99 or 100-year lease that was on the magic. So apparently they're trying to say or insinuate that one of the Egyptians gave Rome the authority, you know, the Catholic people, the authority to now harbor some of our stuff, or to whatever the fuck the word is. Who said that? And did they say you can keep it for forever? If you knew that they were going to be awake, and mind you, I could pull up evidence of Donald Trump saying the 144,000 are about to be active, such and such, yada, yada, yada. That man got higher knowledge, higher access, higher ranking to government stuff. And as y'all know, he was in all the shit. So, why would he be saying that? These are questions we all have to ask ourselves because it says why. So we asking why because now we looking into some shit. So we going behind the scenes and we're asking questions. Why did the church want y'all to not think that astrology was real? And here go the light. Why did they not want y'all to think that astrology was real, but astrology is in the Bible? Why? Because the people who were, you know, his story didn't want you to tap into or understand what you really are. I got to keep you asleep. I got to keep you docile. I can't let this channel get too far out of whack because guess what? The system is monitoring and that's why it keeps having an issue. But I can guarantee you if you go to somebody else's channel that's teaching y'all a bunch of bullshit, oh, we worried about the karmic because this nigga sleeping with this bitch and she's worried, the karmic's so worried about you and, you know, they can't move on because the person keeps thinking about you and yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Where is my books? Where is my information? Where is the stuff that I needed to be able to now adjust and live in this lifetime? Where's my shit? That's all I care about. I don't care what no nigga is doing with no bitch that is going to profit them nothing. I don't care about that. I don't care who's married to who and what they doing in the privacy of their own home. I don't care about that. And then it's a big thing about that anyway, but literally, okay, so apparently we with the shits. So, if back in the day they proved that people were sleeping with little kids and this, that, and the third, and it don't make it right, right? But it's been a continual cycle. Dads back then were molesting their children. So you now got bloodlines of people running around here where the daddy fathered the daughter that now fathered the grandchildren because now the daughter as the daddy, but now it's, what is that? Grandpa daddy or something? That's not new. It's all old. And yes, you're supposed to change old ways and old customs, but guess what? Also in the process of that, at 9, you could be married off, or at 7, you can be married off to a nigga that is 5,000 years old. All this shit ain't new. It's all the same exact shit. They're just trying to make sure that it don't happen because why are you doing that? Stop corrupting the future. The future has been corrupted or been being corrupted since we got here. Since we got here, it's been being corrupted. So now you want to change that. But now we're talking about all the gay people, right? Everybody's gay, apparently. How, Sway? How is it that right now that's happening at record numbers or record speed? I can tell you how. Because we keep now dealing with an issue where the church, all of y'all, every one of y'all, and I ain't saying all y'all, but I'm saying all y'all, because if you're doing it, they're doing it too. It's a little private thing that they keep doing with people's kids behind the scenes. It's being exposed right now. And so what happens is if you're corrupting that at a young age, they don't know the difference. But it's also happening on television. Because when I was growing up, you couldn't see all that. You didn't see, maybe the only thing you might have saw was maybe a little bit of a titty, but you couldn't see the nipple. You see what I'm saying? But now, let's corrupt the world. Fuck it. That's not right. Like they're not even giving the kids a chance. Because before, it was being done in private. Now it's being done in front of your face. You think God like that? Because you're corrupting the future. So now the priest and everybody is saying, you know, oh, the gays, we can't marry the gays and this, that, and the third. But who making them gay? Y'all. In the back room. And then you want them to distinguish between what's love, what's right love, what's healthy love. But meanwhile, you're telling them, I love you, little such and such, but you're touching them. You're a man, Damien. touching a little boy, Damien or Demon, and then you want them to figure out that, oh, you're not supposed to show this out in public, that, you know, me and you are loving on each other, because what happens in their mind? It's impressionable. And they may be thinking, oh, this person loved me, they touched me, this, then, the third. Because I also just seen a story where a lady said that her such and such was touching her, and then all of a sudden she wanted it more than they did, because that was now what she thought was love. Meanwhile, she's being molested. The stories keep coming up. It's weird. So I don't know why that's happening, but apparently it's flick the light on it, shed some light on it. Because how are you telling them one thing, but you're also teaching them something else behind the scenes? This ain't new, because, you know, the Roman bathhouses was where the men went to go congregate with men, but it was also where the men was over there having sex with boys. Y'all can look it up. It's part of history too. Mind you, if it's a lie, they told it. So the thing about, you know, the truth telling and the lies, it all gets intertwined, and then you figure it out. So if y'all are brokering deals in the back room with the little kids, because, you know, we got also the island, but meanwhile, all of a sudden he did. Now, explain to me, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Jail, right? If it's niggas running in jail, y'all know good and well, jail people get more information than the people on the streets. Because I know people in jail, and they be telling me shit like, how the fuck did you know? How do you know that? And I'm outside, and I don't know that. It's a thing. She said mind programming. Well, I mean, he said. Either way, the point of it is it's so much stuff that is corrupted, and then they try to act like it's new. It's not new. The shit is old. So we're trying to now fix a broken system that has been broken. You can't fix that. It just has to have the tower. Because literally, the system got to crumble. It got to be corrupted in order for it to be fixed. It was already corrupted. So that's what people are saying. Oh, they're corrupting the system. No, bitch, it was already corrupted. It don't have to be corrupted any further. It was already corrupted. It started off corrupted. Because how do you have 5 people sit down and they decide the fate of the world? It's fucking 5 billion people around here. You mean to tell me that now we're under the law of 5? Like, come on. Oh, they signed this, and now this state became this state, and yada, yada, yada. And again, I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something that's not making sense. So I ain't the leader of the revolution, just so we all know. Although I, you know, be sitting here saying such and such and such. I ain't it. All I'm asking is, why? Why is nobody paying attention to how everything was set up? And where, again, because I don't give a fuck about none of that. Only thing I care about is where's our shit at. I'm going to keep saying it until somebody show me or point me in the right direction, because I need my stuff back. Because if I'm writing shit now and I know that this is how y'all got under the control of the 5 people. You know, we the people, but who the fuck is we the people? Because we the people, they ain't asking us shit. All they keep doing is putting these people in front of our face and say, oh, this is what you get to vote on. No, bitch, I don't want to just vote on that. But this is how we got under that. They wrote it. They keep writing shit into our program. So we have to figure out how to undo it, untie it, untether it, get rid of it, because it's trash. It's trash designed to keep us, I'm going to say us, or them, because, you know, it was the grandparents and it was the this and it was the that, and they were under that law. Because, again, I come from a family, if it ain't in that book, they don't fucking care. They don't believe it. Meanwhile, I can show them several different contradictions that are in that book, and guess what? They still don't care. How the fuck was that book so powerful, and I ain't taking nothing from it, but I'm also taking something from it, because I be taking shit from it. And I be saying a man who finds a wife is a good thing, because it just is an alignment. You see what I'm saying? So I'm taking shit from it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. If a man don't work, he shall not eat. Certain things just make sense, but other shit don't make sense. You can figure out what don't make sense in there to you. It's not for me to, you know, dispute it or, you know, lift it up or do anything. It's just for me to tell you, why is it that we are okay with allowing our story to be written? Darkman 2000 is now following you on Twitch. Hey, Darkman, how are you? Welcome. Could that be dark matter? Or could that be, because for some reason it instantly gave me Atreyu in the nothing. Like, the nothing always comes to consume you. And be mindful of the titles, because the titles are also right. But either way, he said what he was. So guess what? Welcome. Welcome to the collective. He said dark man. So he is a dark man. Maybe he could be black, but maybe he also works for the other side. I don't give a fuck. As long as he come in here and act like he got some sense and he treat me good and I treat him good, that's all that matters to me. Because collectively, we got to raise the vibration, because these people are not playing with us fairly. They have already had a jump on writing their story into our lives. So get you one. This is what you need. And a piece of paper. And start writing your family story for yourself, because y'all are the new ancestors. Put it down, write it, make it plain, pass the books down from generation to generation. Excuse me. I got a book online called Enchantments. Technically, it was, you know, it was all blank pages, but it's for you to write your story. It comes in white, comes in black, depending on what story, what section you're on. Type in my name in Amazon, the book is there. Or get a notebook, a regular notebook. It don't even matter. Because I use these notebooks until I'm really ready to write whatever it is that I'm about to write in that book, because that book is going to be permanent. And that book is being passed down. So, if in fact I already did that before, where the fuck is my stuff? And I'm calling my stuff back to me. And just so y'all know, because I told y'all, I found out a way to call my stuff back without calling my stuff back. Right? Or without getting my stuff. So because I'm a magical ass bitch, now whatever information is over there, I'm calling it back to me. Because I need to have it. Because I need to write it down and I need to pass it down. It's a book where they won't have control of it because it's not for them. Like, why the fuck are y'all sitting on my shit? If it was given until the time, to me, it seems like the Vatican doors should be open. Literally, the vault door should be open. The vault door is open because the gates are open. So call the energy back. Call all the stuff back because it was magically protected anyway. That's the magic they don't even know what to do with anyway. So the people who actually are in charge of the people who spellcast it from the beginning, y'all are awake. Call y'all shit back. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. Because if you were smart enough to spellcast it back then, call it back. And on top of that, I can almost guarantee you that with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you probably already knew, because again, you already have the tools. It's already in your DNA. It's encoded. So you already have the tools to make it come back to you anyway. Just ask for remembering. But I need to be able to remember and I need to be able to write it down. Because again, what types of games is being played? What types of games is being played? Because if they knew we were awake, then they also should know that their lease was up on our shit. We want our stuff back. You're not authorized. But apparently somebody thought they were authorized because they knew the pen is mightier than the sword. I can kill you by writing it into your story. I can keep you small by writing it into your story. And then the mind fuckery of it all is, you know what they said? If you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. But we all niggas. You see what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it all. Because they didn't think that that was going to be a thing. It's like how they keep, and I'm saying they because I'm saying the powers that be, they keep trying to put us against each other. It don't have nothing to do with color. We're all the same. It's them against us because they want to keep y'all, everybody, docile and not knowing that this is where we were writing. This is where we came in at. Why do y'all think they were burning books? Because we were leaving ourselves breadcrumbs to wake ourselves up, to now be in power, or to be able to know then, from then, now, how we can make it different. Because something has to change. You can't keep destroying the future, meaning, i.e. the children. You can't keep destroying the children or destruction of the innocence and thinking that we're going to get a different future or a different outcome. You can't do that. That's the definition of insanity. So they were destroying the children then. They're still destroying the children now because it's the corruption of it all. They steady talking about the gay epidemic, this, that, and a third. But if you're only taught to love who loves you, and meanwhile, Uncle Freddie is in the back room, loving on you, and he's a dude, and you're a dude, and the family sweeps it under the rug, then you're going to think that, ooh, Uncle Freddie, the man, I'm supposed to love a man. You can't corrupt the mind and then expect for it to do something different than what you already did. So if Uncle Freddie was in the back loving on the children and y'all, we gonna protect the molester because we don't need, bitch, Uncle Freddie is a molester. Take it how it resonates. Uncle Freddie should have had his phallus cut the fuck off. Uncle Freddie should have been now made to be in servitude to the children that he molested. Understand? So you don't protect fucking molesters at all. You don't protect people who are corrupting the system at all, period. So it has to be torn down. All of it. And then reestablished and restarted. That's how you fix it. So if you touch, that was where it came in. Eye for an eye. Bitch, you take an eye, you deserve an eye to be gone. You molest something, take away the molestation fact. You can't molest nobody else with that. Females, y'all too, because if y'all out here doing that shit, guess what? Because we ain't gonna just say Uncle Freddie was doing it because Aunt Margaret was back there doing it too. So Aunt Margaret, since you using that thing, whatever it is you're using, should take and get and receive the same thing. Stick a hot poker in that ass. I bet you she won't use it no more. And I know that may be harsh, but guess what? So is you corrupting the future. Because you corrupting the future is so much worse than what you get right get. Yours is temporary. Meaning the pain is going to be temporary. The pain from them is going to be lasting for forever. And it also now destroys the design of a thing. So take it how it resonates. It may be harsh, but at the end of the day, guess what? Do y'all not think that the corruption of the future today, tomorrow, and going past is because sometimes molesters turn out to be other molesters? Or sometimes the molested says, I'm not going to pass that down because, okay, I saw that happen. And so now I'm going to do different. And I'm going to now advocate for the molested or the corrupted or the corruption. I'm going to now be against that. Because I saw my parents do a lot of things and it wasn't that. But I saw them do a lot of things that I said I wasn't going to do. But I also saw them do a lot of things and I ended up doing it because I got an alcohol gene. But guess what? I had to be the thing that said, okay, I'm not going to follow in that. And I like mine. Matter of fact, I think this week I might get me some. Not sure, but guess what? I could if I wanted to. The point is, I don't want to have the same bad behavior that was displayed to me. So I try to change what happens. But it's a lot of misdirection and lies pertaining to things that are happening right now. And that question is why? So whether or not we have touched on everything, because another thing I'm seeing is it says forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. So what you are or what you were and where you came from ain't who you are today. So you have the choice to write your story. You don't have to follow in his story, because whose story is it? All I know is I want my shit back, and where is it? Period. Not the tainted version. I want exactly what y'all motherfuckers dug up, what y'all found, what was given. I want it, and I want it now, because it's mine. So whatever y'all did in the tombs and this, that, and the third, yada, 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 I'm calling my information back. All of it. I want it. So open up the doors, because now is the time. So Pisces, that's the reading. Hopefully it helps. Thank you guys for coming towards my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God. Take it how it resonates, because also remember, tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only, and whoever has the biggest story is the winner. But y'all know what I know, so figure it out. Period.